It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to 2K Sports. We're already getting the feel for this new NBA season. Taking it all in with me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Our featured matchup tonight out in New York, where the Knicks will be going up against the Sacramento Kings. A lot of adversity lately for the Kings. They haven't forgotten the fact that this team swept them last year in the regular season. This is a game they had circled going in. And here we are, start of a new season. So much drama coming out of the gate.
Drama for your mama.
Shaq, for the teams that are underperforming thus far, what can they do to try and right the ship?
Look, Ernie, it's early, so don't overreact. You can mix up the rotations a little bit. Don't be scared, Coach. Do what you got to do.
Well, first, you got to keep believing in yourselves. But I love these player-only meetings.
Oh, I'll bet you.
I did, man.
Really? You liked them?
Oh, because I used to. That's the only time I could really look in your face in front of the other 11 guys and tell you how I really feel about you.
Like, Akeem, you're killing us.
No, that never was said. It was more like, see, we should only give it to Akeem because he's the only one not killing us.
Oh.
Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Doris Burke. And we've got David Aldridge on the sideline. Welcome to New York, home court advantage for the Knicks. Taking a look at Sacramento. They're still looking to settle into the new season, working on improving their record with each opportunity to try to pick up some wins.
And you wondered coming into the season if this team might have some issues, and that's been the case here thus far. We'll see if they can address those issues. It's a long season and find a way to turn it around.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the court right now for the Kings, Collison and Heel, their backcourt. Carter outside of the three with Labissiere down at power forward. And it's Cauley Stein in at center. And, oh, here we go. Carter's got it in the fast break chance. Fox dishes to Heel. And it's off from three-point range. And even 3-on-3 break. Jack against Fox. Cantor sets the pick for Jack. He kicks it to Cantor. Shot clock at 6. We're about 1 minute into the first, and the shot's good after hitting off the rim. Just getting our feet wet here in the early season, but Doris, the talented teams that aren't coming together yet, how long do you think before they have to make some adjustments?
Well, I certainly don't think you take any observation you've made in the first 20 of the games of the season and run with it. It's such a short span of time to evaluate, and again, you may be having players who are not 100% healthy or are not quite in NBA game shape yet because of whatever occurred in the offseason. So I would think decisions are not made in the NBA in terms of, okay, do we need to make a trade? Do we need to adjust starters versus those who are coming off the bench? What's our rotation? Who's getting what kind of minutes? I would certainly think the feeling out process is as long as 20 games. Listen, if you're a GM, you're always in observation mode, But I think in terms of decision-making, boy, before 20 games, I don't think you know what you have.
Here's Jack after the basket by Willie Cauley-Stein. Jack with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Takes the 13-footer. It's rebounded by Labissiere. For Sacramento, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Out to Carter from the arc. A second chance effort. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And anytime you come off the bench, you know your role. And that night, it was about scoring.
Well, there's no doubt. They were sharp on the offensive end. The bench guys just did a sensational job bringing their A game.
And looking at the career of Courtney Lee, you know, has hopped around from team to team a bunch of times and always a valued teammate, but just hadn't stayed on one team for very long.
One shot.
That free throw from Lee is good. And with Lee, you know exactly what you're going to get with his defense and shooting.
And Lee is always going to be a wanted commodity. His ability to defend and shoot aren't easy to find, and you just hope he's able to kind of settle into a long-term situation.
It's blocked, and Buddy Hield is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. The Knicks with the lead. Now let's find out what head coach Jeff Hornacek had to say to David Aldridge. D.A.
Well, Kevin, they have a specific approach to tonight's game. He told me they have to get the ball into the paint as much as possible and take advantage of what they believe is a big inch for them inside. We'll see if they're right about that tonight. Back to you.
Thank you, David. It's out of bounds. They are saying it was last touch by Lee.
And you love the effort. Just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
You love that they're making their presence felt on the defensive end. You can't afford to be careless with this team.
Now, here's Fox. He's coming off a 19-point game against Philadelphia. Here's Hield. And Cantor pulls it down. And so here is New York. Right side Jack. Cantor with a screen on Fox. Carter against Hardaway. Just 5 to shoot. And it comes off the front of the rim.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Fox. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Greg, you ask a lot of GMs. De'Aaron Fox, probably the fastest player in this year's rookie class.
And he plays at 1 speed. That's lightning. I mean, he's got speed to burn. And maybe not quite as fast as, say, John Wall, but he isn't far behind. He uses that quickness well also in terms of just busting seams on the offense. And at the other end, he can be an outstanding defender as he was at Kentucky.
They throw good, Fox.
And how about the way Fox continues to improve his game? A capable scorer who also rebounds the ball well for his size, and still, though, he can improve on that perimeter jump shot.
Fox hits them both. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, and Jack kicks to Hardaway. Pick by O'Quinn. Shot off the pick. And it's Hardaway again missing.
Yeah, coming off that screen, wide open, just can't convert.
I think, Greg, that's exactly what you want. The screen was solid. The execution just fell a little bit short on the shot.
And the shot goes in. Knicks trail by 3. And Jack kicks to Cantor. Now, here's O'Quinn. He's tightly guarded. New York, no good that time either.
Well, he continues to have trouble with his shot, well below 50% from the field in this period.
Three-pointer, Hield. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Knicks.
And they concentrated a lot on creating open looks from beyond the arc. Player movement, finding space on the perimeter, that was their #1 priority.
Knicks have gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. Lee passes to Cantor. He feeds it to O'Quinn. Back to Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
Boy, once Cantor establishes position on the interior, forget about it.
So for Sacramento, their last game, a loss to the Philadelphia 76ers.
And they had to be sensational defensively on that night to compensate for the fact that they just couldn't find a rhythm offensively.
You could see them trying to find some sort of rhythm on the offensive end, but the more they forced it, the less effective it was.
And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets one to go.
The Kings trailing. Here's Fox. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Healed with the bucket.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
It really is, Greg. These squads are evenly matched. They are going at it right now.
Now, here's Cantor. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Orlando.
And also 3 steals, so he showed some grit and determination on the defensive side.
Here's Hield. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And Buddy Hield, the centerpiece of the DeMarcus Cousins trade. Talk about what makes him, Greg, so intriguing.
Well, the Wooden Award winner in his senior season, he led Oklahoma to the Final Four. And how about leading the nation in 3-pointers made? I think that can translate to the NBA level and could make him a difference maker.
And he makes the first.
And well, last season for the Kings, they were in the hunt for a good stretch there early on, but kind of fell out of playoff contention and finally decided to pull the trigger and trade DeMarcus Cousins. It marked a major direction change that this team, I think, wanted to make.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And the Cousins deal, Greg, has really been examined, but what is clear is that the Kings wanted to get younger and start rebuilding.
And you can argue if the trade was the right move or not, but management felt it was. The team's thinking was they wanted to change the atmosphere of the locker room, fully committed to bringing in youth and doing things from the ground up.
Clock is at 3. Excellent use of the screen that time. Hardaway has got his second bucket tonight.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
And here is Fox. Down low, here's Carter. An easy 2 points on the layup.
How about the awareness there from Fox? You got to love seeing how he is such a willing passer in finding the open man.
Cantor. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Now Hield. He's got 5. Here's Fox. They get the rebound. Cauley Stein dishes to Fox. And that one comes up a bit short. Knicks trail by 4. Out to Lee. The 3 ball. The putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. So the Kings call timeout, their first.
And his guys are getting frustrated. Coach just really kind of needs to calm them down.
I think, Greg, they've got to continue to believe that the next shot is going to go in. He can hopefully communicate that effectively to them.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Mason with it. We saw him with 10 points last game. To the paint. Here's Randolph outside for Jackson. No good from outside. New York's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Here's Ntilikina, and it's blocked. Now, here's Bogdanovic. He's covered closely. Offensive rebound. Off target at the rim.
Boy, it's tough to see how he misses that one. I don't think the defense was all that tight on him.
That ties the game. Ntilikina's got his first bucket of the night.
And you can see he's been working on that post game. Ntilikina showing some skill set down on that low block, using that length to his advantage.
There's the pick. Jackson has the open look. Drills the three-pointer. Jackson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Ntilikina, guarded by Mason. Now the pass to Hernan Gomez. Here's Ntilikina. That's in. He's got two made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Kings on D. Here's Ntilikina. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. No good from Beasley.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Poked loose. Beasley with the steal. Pass to Ntilikina. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And Frank Ntilikina out of France, played pro ball in Germany, and a lot of fans in the U.S. might not be as familiar with him, but for NBA execs and scouts, that's their job. Ntilikina has a game worthy of their attention.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. In a draft stocked with point guards, Ntilikina's court vision, Greg, might be the best of them all.
I mean, he's a true pure point guard. At the same time, a good shooter. The length to defend wings, so that versatility makes him one of the more valuable prospects.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
And the potential that Ntilikina has is really cause to be exciting. A lengthy point guard who can run the offense well, and if he bulks up, look out for this guy.
Now, here's Bogdanovic. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Papagianni, terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. And the Kings lead by 1. Pass to Ntilikina. Puts up a 3. The shot off that time, and Sacramento will go the other way with it. And here is Mason. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
I'll tell you, that's an assist that shows great sense for where his teammates want to move.
Here's Ntilikina. Pass to Hernan Gomez. 1:57 left in the first quarter.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Now Mason. Randolph kicks to Mason. Got a hand on it. Here's Ntilikina, guarded by Mason. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And now let's highlight the deadliest deep threats to come into the NBA this season on our rookie leaderboard. You look at Bogdanovic, second in the league, extremely accurate from beyond the arc.
And I think there's a little rivalry among that group of rookie bombers. I know he'd love to see his name all the way at the top of the list.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. 1:29 left in the first quarter of the game. Mason with it. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Off target from three-point range. Here's Ntilikina. There's the dish to Beasley. In the corner, it's Noah. Pass to Ntilikina. Clock at 6. There's a screen. Over Mason. Rebounded by Papagiannis. The Kings trailing. Bogdanovich passes to Randall. Here's Jackson, and he gets it to go from the corner. Jackson's got 5 now. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Here's Ntilikina. He's got 8. Here's Baker. It's good from long range. Baker's got his first 3 points of the game.
I tell you, Ntilikina has his head on a swivel, always looking to find the open teammate.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Dishes it to Jackson. Sacramento shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That free throw missing. And he's good on the second. 16 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Ntilikina. He's got 8. Here's Beasley. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Yeah, that's not a good example right there. You could have worked it around to get a better opportunity.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
They're just not sitting back. They are going for steals, and their activity has been terrific.
It has, Greg, no doubt. Love that they've gotten after it on the defensive end. Just continue to put pressure on.
Kings shooting around 41% on the night. They've got Noah. Ntilikina out there with Baker. Then there's Beasley. And it's Hernangomez in at the 5. That's the 5 for New York right now. And he gets it to go. Papagiannis has got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Kings. And what was a wild ride of an offseason for the Knicks ultimately results in a regime change.
Yeah, I mean, players butting heads with executives, and when it came down to it, things just needed to change. If the Knicks picked the Zen Master over Porzingis, fans might have rioted in New York City, and hopefully the franchise can kind of start to right the ship.
Sacramento with the ball. The Knicks making the shot. Second chance shot. That shot off the mark. Excellent D there from Beasley. Down low, here's Ntilikina. And he uses the glass on the layup. Ntilikina's got 10.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Papagiannis. and it's blocked.
Oh, that's a big-time contest. Really not a high flyer, but knows how to position himself.
No good from Beasley. The Kings trail by 3. Here's Mason. Noah with the block. Here's the break. Floats one up. It's tipped. Out of bounds. Knicks ball as New York keeps possession of it. Fox, he's checked in for Mason. Here's Baker. He's covered by Bogdanovich. With a step back. New York, no good that time either. For Sacramento, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. It's stolen by Hernangomez. Here's Baker. They get it again. Not going to go that time. The Kings trail by 3. Randolph dishes to Bogdanovich. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Doris, as we know, you were born in New York, grew up in New Jersey, lots of basketball talent in those areas. Who were some local players who influenced you early on?
Well, 1983 is the year the Philadelphia 76ers won the NBA championship, and that team was the epitome of cool, Kevin, right? You had the masterful doctor, the power of Moses Malone, but you know who I tried to emulate? Mo Cheeks.
No kidding.
Yeah, the steady, heady point guard who could make big shots and come up with a timely steal. I couldn't be the doctor. I couldn't fly like the doc, so Mo Cheeks is my guy.
First one falls for him. And you look at this Kings roster, and Greg, you can see the youth movement is in full effect.
Yeah, and Buddy Hield headlines the group as he comes over in that Cousins trade. Skal Labissiere and Willie Cauley-Stein, also a big part of this team's future. And then getting Fox as a rookie to kind of run the ship, another great building block.
And he can't hit the second.
You know, I think if you look back at what has caused the Knicks' shortcomings the last few seasons, it's got to be on the defensive end, right? You can't protect the rim except for Kristaps Porzingis. Near the bottom in defensive efficiency, all not good.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Vince Carter, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And Jack kicks to Hardaway. And a great assist by Jack as that one goes in. Hardaway's got 7 points. And for the Knicks, it certainly passes the eye test to say their problems come on the defensive end.
Oh, I mean, there's no doubt. It's a problem they know they need to address, and they've tried to bring in defenders because it's been such a weakness. It has to be a total culture shift, though, to me as well, Kev. Defense has got to be a priority for the organization. That's great use of size and length. Tough down low, and guys are battling for that board.
No good from Lee. The Kings trail by 5. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Fox. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And sometimes Fox just can't be contained. I mean, he plays with so much heart and passion and terrific at scoring even when he gets bodied up.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
On the free throw, no good.
And the Kings, for so long, had not been active in free agency. You have to like the moves this organization has made to bring in some vets in the offseason. Randolph and Hill bring a lot of experience and leadership to the locker room.
Now, here's Cantor. 6 points for him. Lays it up and banks it in. Cantor's got the lead up to 5 now for the Knicks.
The efficiency of Enes Kanter is impressive. This guy's massive on the blocks and knows how to score.
Now here's Labissiere. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. And it's Carter missing. And Greg, the Kings wanted to have veteran leaders, and that's what they've got right now.
And the Kings are in a rebuild mode, and you need vets to lead that process. Show the youngsters the right way to do things, and I think the Kings have started to make some very savvy moves here as they begin this rebuild. Bringing that three-point percentage up quite a bit this quarter, shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
Now here's Cauley Stein. 23 points for him the last game against Philadelphia.
And his big night wasn't limited to his offense. His steals numbers were way up there, and it was a special night for him in just about every way.
Here's Jack. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. With the floater and the rejection by Cauley Stein. Here's Hield. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. O'Quinn's got 4 rebounds in this game. Hardaway against Carter. Outside Jack. Back to Cantor. Shot clock at 5. Hardaway from outside. And it's Hardaway again missing. The Kings trail by 8. Cauley Stein passes to Carter. Shoots from the elbow. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. New York's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. And now it's a double-digit lead. Lee's got 8 points.
I'll tell you this, when Lee gets the ball in a good spot, he knows how to deliver. That quick trigger release is hard to deal with.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And Greg, with Enes Kanter last season, he had to miss significant time with the broken hand, but his offensive game is something to watch when he's healthy.
He just plays hard. He provides that instant offense off the bench, a great array of post moves to pick from.
Now, here's Fox. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. He dishes it to Carter. Passes it to Labissiere. Back to Carter. To halt the run. That one a little long. The Knicks leading by 10. Hardaway dishes to Lee. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
You know, this is one thing that Courtney Lee will always do. He's going to play defense. He can guard multiple positions. It's why he'll always be a mainstay of a rotation.
The Knicks shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And with Lee, he doesn't make a lot of highlight level defensive plays, but Doris, he's sneaky with how effective he can be on that end of the floor.
Well, Lee will get you some steals. He'll get down in a defensive stance and guard his man. He's got great reach, quick hands to bother jump shooters. There's a lot to like about this guy in terms of his tenacity.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
Now, this guy's a tremendous free throw shooter. You'd just like to see Lee get to the line a little bit more often.
The Kings trail by 11. And here is Fox. Hield kicks to Cauley Stein, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
And if you can blame it on a terrible defensive breakdown, one that could possibly swing the momentum here.
Here's O'Quinn. The Kings getting the bucket. Picked by O'Quinn. 6 to shoot. Cantor sets the pick for Jack. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. Jack's got the lead up to 11 now for the Knicks. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Carter kicks to Fox. They get it again. On the wing, Hield. Cauley Stein in the post. He's covered by Cantor.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Jack against Fox. Jack passes to Canner. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. And it's Carter penetrating. Does not score again. That's his 4th miss against 1 make. Overhealed. Here's Cantor. And good work on the boards. And they pick up the second chance points. Cantor's got 4 this quarter.
Well, I'll tell you, he's been a go-to guy for them as they've taken this lead, and he keeps coming.
Carter kicks to Hield. Up and in on the layup. Hield's got 7 points in the game.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
The feed to Cantor. Carter against Hardaway. Back to Cantor. Stolen by Carter. Feeds it to Fox. Jack with the defensive effort. And here are the Knicks. They're on a 19-7 run. Hardaway, that's a 2-pointer. Sacramento grabs the miss. Cauley Stein's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Now Fox to the inside. It'll go, and the New York lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Cauley Stein.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Now here's Hardaway. He's coming off a 22-point game against Orlando. Hield dishes to Cauley Stein. Cauley Stein a screen. Here's Carter. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Carter's got his second bucket.
Perfect example of how to set a great screen. Set your feet, stand firm.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. This game against Sacramento is the first time they've met this year.
An interconference matchup. They face these guys twice a season, and last year they took both games.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Here's Baker. He had 10 points in the win against the Magic in Orlando. Pass to Ntilikina over Mason. The Knicks keep it going. A new 24-second shot clock. Noah with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Floats one. Rebounded by Papagiannis. The Kings trail by 7. Here's Bogdanovich. There's the pass to Randall. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. And with this chance, let's quickly go to our rookie leaderboard and find out who the top assist men are among the first-year players. 4th, De'Aaron Fox. And, of course, Frank Ntilikina.
It's been a grand entrance to the NBA for both of these players. I mean, I think we could be seeing 2 of the next great playmakers in our league.
And a look now at the various locations of the shots taken so far for Hardaway.
Well, just look at the cluster in the middle of the paint. That right there tells you all you need to know about how they have built the lead they have. They are playing with more intensity on the offensive side of the ball, and it's the difference in the game right now. You have to love how they've approached this matchup.
Here's Bogdanovich. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Now just a 5-point Knicks lead. Beasley the screen. High arcing shot, and it's good on the way in. Baker's got 7 points.
I'll tell you, that's a graceful finish. Not just any old layup. The teardrop.
There's a screen. Mason the pass to Randall. Here's Ntilikina. Guarded by Mason. Ntilikina can't hit.
They're fortunate to be in front given how shaky he's been from the floor tonight.
Mason kicks to Jackson. Fades back. Mason misses.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss. And last season, the Knicks raised expectations with some of those big free agent signings and trades in the prior year. And let's face it, things just didn't work out quite how they had planned. Some would say they underachieved. Hard pill to swallow for a fan base that went into the year with so much hope.
And so it's New York with it. The Kings getting the bucket. There's a minute left in the first half. Papagianni, that's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. Jackson against Beasley. 11 feet away, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Mason kicks to Randolph. He feeds it to Mason. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Beasley, the pass to Hernan Gomez. That's tipped. They get it back, and that one is good by Beasley. 19 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Mason with it. Jackson, a screen on Beasley. Outside Jackson. Here's Bogdanovich. And not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. And so it's the New York Knicks heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Dave Yeager. Coach, what is going to be the focus offensively going into the second half?
Well, we try to go inside. That's our strength anyways. For us, our bread is buttered inside, so we try to play high-low. And then if the threes come out of that, great, but we want to try to get everything to the rim.
Coach, it all starts with that entry pass to the big, and then everybody plays off of him. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. For the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. They stepped up their game in the second quarter, and the score began to tilt in their favor. It's now a 7-point lead for them here at the half. Hey, big fella, what's your take on New York so far?
What stood out to me more than anything else was how hard they got after it on the offensive glass. They were keeping possessions alive and converting those rebounds into points. Take away those extra points, they're not in this position, Ernie.
And over to Kenny now. Your take on the Kings.
To me, they looked out of sync shooting the basketball. Under 40% for the first half. Some of it was poor shot selection, but mostly it just looked like they were out of rhythm. For the second half, they need to push more for buckets in transition. Get to the foul line a little bit more. Try to get back in the flow.
That'll do it for now. The second half of action coming right up.
Welcome back to New York City. Some street art on the wall of the Canal Street subway station in Soho, south of Houston, just down the way from us. The second half just about to get going here. It's been a clinic so far from Enes Kanter.
And how about that? Already through 2 quarters and some change. He's got a double-double.
I'll tell you, he took over the game in that first half, Greg. They really have got to find a way to slow this guy down.
Getting underway here in the second half. Here's the 5 for Dave Yeager. Carter outside of the 3 with Labissiere down at power forward. Collison and Heel, their backcourt. And it's Cauley Stein in at the 5, roaming the paint. The Knicks leading by 7. Here's Hardaway. Sweet little floater. Hardaway has got the first points to start out the third quarter for New York. And for Sacramento, they're shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Carter at the elbow. Labissiere in the corner. Off target from outside.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Doris, we talk about speed and quickness being a difference maker on offense. Which players really use those attributes to lock down players defensively?
Well, I think it's hard not to look at Marcus Smart and Jay Crowder. the kind of physical attributes, meaning speed, toughness, length, but they also have the mindset necessary to look opposite some of the best players in the league and say, not on my watch. I'm going to get down in my stance and I'm going to prohibit you from getting to your strengths. It's really maybe underappreciated by everyone except coaches and fans of the game.
True, and you and I were just talking about Tony Allen.
That's a great point. I mean, Tony Allen has made his career specifically on the defensive end because, as you know, he's an opportunistic cutter, and if you leave him open, he can make an uncontested mid-range. But the reality is Tony Allen is in the NBA because he is a great defensive player. Then this is why you work the ball inside, right? To get the easiest shot possible.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Shot by Hield, nobody around. Knocks down the 3-ball. Hield's got 10.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Jack dishes to Hardaway. Trying to find Cantor. Gets it to him. And they're moving it up. That one's in there. The New York lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Fox.
And that's how they're going to trim this lead. Play tough D, force some turnovers, and then push it in transition.
Now here's Cantor. 10 points for him. 6 to shoot. Courtney Lee is on the wing, covered by Hield. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Knicks lead by 10.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. You look at Enes Kanter. What a contribution.
Boy, he's been relentless, and to this point they haven't had an answer for him on the inside. Let's see if they make some adjustments coming out of the timeout.
Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Toronto, things going their way so far in this season. Right now they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And of course the Knicks, they're looking to salvage what they can of the season.
And I think for the Knicks, it's been a disastrous start to the season for them. They can't buy a win.
Now, they can't really afford to slip any farther down in the standings because, let's face it, they don't have the firepower to dig themselves out of too deep a hole once they're in it.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
And to me, that's all about the body control, right, Greg? I mean, he does such a stellar job sizing up his man and drains it despite having the size on him.
Here's Cantor following the basket by Buddy Hield. And Jack, here we go. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Jack's got 6 in the quarter.
And defensively, they've gotten a little careless, not playing with the same focus we saw in the first.
Here's Carter, and O'Quinn sends it back.
Just such nice timing by O'Quinn on that block.
Lee with another miss. The Kings trail by 10. Fox kicks to Carter. Over Hardaway. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. And that's now 6 points for Vince Carter. There's a screen by Cantor. Inside, layup off the pick. It's hauled in by the Kings. Labissiere's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Fox passes to Carter. To the left side wing. And the foul on Jarrett Jack. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Here's Fox. 6 points for him. Carter dishes to Labissiere. Stolen by O'Quinn. Now here is Jack. Pick by Lee. And Jack kicks to Lee. 6 on the shot clock. New York needs to get off a shot. Here's Cantor. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Cantor's got 4 this quarter. I think back to how Jeff Hornacek was as a player. Doris, you see that same demeanor on the sideline.
Well, what you're talking about there, Kev, is sort of that gritty, no-nonsense, tough-minded approach. What Jeff Hornacek was as a player, he certainly displays similar attributes as a coach.
Hardaway kicks to Cantor. 13 feet away. Rebound by the Kings.
Boy, that's a tough miss. Does well to get himself open and then botches it up.
Here's Labissiere. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Labissiere's got his second basket of the night. The Knicks leading by 8. And Jack kicks to O'Quinn. And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Hernan Gomez is checked in for the Knicks. And then for Sacramento, Randolph comes in for Willie Cauley-Stein, and it's Jackson in for Vince Carter. Outside Jack. Kicks it to Hardaway. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen by Labissiere. Lee with the steal. Here's Jack. Softly drops in the floater. Jack's got 10 points.
Well, I'll tell you, it takes a lot of confidence to go with the floater. That is not as easy as it looks.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Doris, with so many one-and-dones entering the NBA, do you think expectations are too high for these guys, especially from the fans?
I don't, Kevin. I think it depends on the talent that we're talking about. You know, I know Joel Embiid is a guy who didn't necessarily start right away, but when he was finally able to be healthy, it certainly didn't take him long to become a factor on the NBA level. No, I don't think the expectations are too high. I think these guys are accustomed to expectations, and frankly, their personal expectations are probably higher than ours.
I mean, look at the elite of these high school kids have been playing like in front of big crowds on a big stage for so long. It's second nature to them, don't you think?
No doubt about it, Kevin.
The pass to Baker. There's the triple. Good on the three-point shot. 10 points for him. The Kings trail by 13. Mason, the pass to Bogdanovich. Makes it off the glass.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, he went all in there. He embraces the challenge and somehow finishes with the layup.
Here's Ntilikina. He's got 10. Here's Hernan Gomez. Rebounded by Papagiannis. Papagiannis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Jackson kicks to Papagiannis. Randolph dishes to Mason. Back to Randolph. Inside. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. Beasley outside. 13 feet away. It's rebounded by Randolph. The Kings trail by 11. And here is Mason. It's tipped. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. To the middle. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Oh, with determination, Kevin. Key characteristic when you watch Willie play.
Mason, the pass to Papagiannis. They set the screen. He kicks it to Mason. Looking for Bogdanovich, and he gets it there. 6 to shoot. Knocked away. Stolen by Noah. Here's the break. Here's Ntilikina. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And how about the body control from Ntilikina there? Finds ways to finish through the contact. Really terrific at using his size to his advantage.
When the Kings struggled last season, Greg, they did so because they just couldn't get stops in the defensive end.
And defense, something that this team will struggle with at times. A lot of it is they don't protect the rim or close out, particularly on that three-point shot. And so much of defense just boils down to challenging shooters whenever you can. It's about giving more effort on that side of the ball.
Here's Bogdanovich. Couldn't score after going the length of the floor.
Boy, the way he's been going, he is not going to be the guy to turn this around.
Here's Baker, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. Jackson against Beasley. Mason for three. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Mason's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. The Knicks leading by 13. Pass to Baker. There's the dish to Noah. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Noah's got his first points in this one.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Mason kicks to Bogdanovich. Outside Jackson. Randolph a screen. Clock at 4. Misses the three.
That's as good a look as he's going to get beyond the arc, but there are no sure things from that range, even for him.
Here's Beasley. They grab their own miss. Hernangomez.
And a moment now to check out the numbers for Ntilikina. Averaging about 7 points, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
There's no doubt. This is a guy who understands his role, knows he's got to give you quality minutes, and that's what they expect from him.
Free throw good, Hernangomez.
How about Willie Hernangomez, right? The Spanish player comes over for his rookie year in 2017. He has certainly showed flashes. This guy has got legit size, and he's only going to improve as he gets comfortable.
Shots good from Mason.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
New York leading by 14. Beasley outside. Dishes to Noah. Back to Beasley. There's the double team with Randolph. Puts it up from 15. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And it's 6 points for Beasley. And for Hernangomez, actually was brought in at the request of his frontline mate Porzingis. Hernangomez, Doris, still finding his way, but has a solid foundation.
Well, I think, Kevin, you can see the footwork and awareness on the offensive end are both solid. One big area for him to improve, though, Kev, would be his play on the defensive end. He's shown that he can handle steady minutes and be a contributor, but that's got to be better.
Now here's Randolph. Michael Beasley missing his last shot.
Randolph was an Indiana State champion coming out of high school, so you know the pressure of the NBA doesn't bother him. There's nothing more intense than that when you talk about that Indiana high school tournament.
It's his first trip to the line.
This season, he has been absolutely locked in at the free throw line. How about 90%?
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Randolph.
They call it old school. That's what it is when you watch Zach Randolph play the game of basketball. He's got such great skill and touch around the basket. We call it the old man game, and I tell you what, he gets it done every night.
Both shots good from the stripe. You know, as you've said, Greg, all the time, Zach Randolph can roll out of bed and get you 20.
I mean, he's just a natural scorer. He can post up.
Oh!
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. That unleashed chaos Under Armour replay really giving us a good look at the action. Left side Jackson. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Jackson's got 8 points. The Knicks leading by 14. Here's Ntilikina. 13 points in the game. He dishes it to Beasley. Over Jackson. But they get it back.
And that's a nice job on the offensive glass there. That'll let them work the clock even more.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Knicks lead by 14. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And now let's take a listen in to a recent huddle from Coach Dave Yeager.
You got to help the man guarding the basketball, whether he needs help or not. Be ready.
There's Dave Yeager emphasizing team defense, wanting everyone on full alert.
Yeah, I mean, you need the threat of someone rotating over at the very least. Otherwise, the offense can just cherry pick their matchups.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Ntilikina out there with Baker. Then there's Noah. Then there's Hernan Gomez. And it's Beasley in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 for New York right now. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. So for the Knicks, Cantor checked in for Noah. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Baker. A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Yorgos Papagiannis. Carter comes in for Jackson. Buddy Hield, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And it's Fox in for Mason. It'll go, and the New York lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Hield.
That's an example of great communication. He knows the spot to get to, and the pass is waiting for him.
And that one is good by Beasley.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Right, really a disappointing effort on the defensive end, not offering any challenge at all at the cup.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. And the Knicks lead by 16.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Carter, that's good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Passes to Cantor. No good there. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Carter dishes to Fox. And there's the feed to Randolph. Good on the bucket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The Knicks leading by 12. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Hardaway passes to Hernan Gomez. And yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. Free throw good. Hernan Gomez.
Well, we call this, Kevin, high IQ and good instincts for the game. And these things Willie relies on to succeed at this level.
That one is no good. So for the Knicks, Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Cantor. Lee comes in for Michael Beasley. And Jarrett Jack has subbed in for Ntilikina. And a change for the Kings. Labissiere is checked in for Zach Randolph. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. And Jack kicks to Hardaway. Good, and Jack gets the assist.
And weak rotation defensively. This is not a guy you want to leave open when you're trying to stay in the game.
Now, the defense just not in sync there, right? You've got to do a better job communicating.
Hield can't hit.
Boy, too much traffic in the lane. Very difficult finish with the defense draped all over him.
Fox against Jack. There's Lee with the 3. They get it back. That one drops for him. And the Knicks lead by 18.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. 16 points for Buddy Hield.
Yeah, I think he was forcing too many shots in the first half. Now the game's coming to him.
Picked by O'Quinn. Hardaway kicks to Hernan Gomez. Inside, it's stolen by Labissiere. To the paint. Cauley-Stein in the post. Hernan Gomez covering. The shot by Cauley-Stein, no good. Cauley-Stein against Jack. Feeds it to O'Quinn. Hardaway up top. Pass to Jack. Clock at 6. Back to Hardaway. No good with the triple. The Kings trail by 16. Fox kicks to Labissiere. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. There's one trend we've seen in the league, and emphasis on getting back defensively rather than pounding the offensive glass. I think of San Antonio a little bit when I think about that. Why is that, you think?
You know, I don't know if this is something cyclical and we'll eventually see teams emphasize getting to the offensive glass as a means to help them win. But one of the most dangerous aspects of the NBA right now is transition 3 opportunities. We're not even seeing teams get back to the hoop and build their defense out. At this point, they're sprinting to the 3-point line and then building back toward the hoop. So a drastic difference. We'll see if it changes at any point.
First one falls for him.
At 6'11" and about 225 pounds, Labissiere is a long guy, someone who uses that size to his advantage.
Good on both.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Now Jack. Picked by Lee. And Jack kicks to Hernan Gomez. He feeds it to Lee. With the teardrop. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And Lee is just so clever at how he gets defenders to go up into him.
That free throw from Lee is good. The Knicks making a switch here. Cantor's checked in. And so he makes both from the line. The Kings trail by 16. Fox with it. Kicks it to Heel from downtown. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
Challenging this D with the 3 ball. That's his 2nd from distance this half. And he also hit one in the first half, too.
Cantor kicks to Hardaway. Picked by O'Quinn. And Cantor throws it down.
Boy, Cantor is a big-time target. Sometimes just throw it toward the rim. He'll take care of the rest.
And the pass to Fox. Labissiere, the screen. Fox dishes to Labissiere. Stolen by O'Quinn. Fox against Jack. Cantor sets the pick for Jack. He kicks to Cantor. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Tipped away. Stolen by O'Quinn. Lee outside. To the inside. Here's Jack. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Vince Carter picks one up. First free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Fox. Here's Labissiere. Tries again, and he sinks the layup. Labissiere's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And Labissiere is a tireless worker on the boards, hitting them relentlessly and coming away with additional opportunities for his team.
And the rejection by Cauley Stein. And Labissiere, the bucket on the assist by Hield. 10 points for Skal Labissiere. Lee sets a screen for Jack. Pass to Lee. The dish now to O'Quinn. There's a screen by Cantor. Off the screen. And that one goes long.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. The Knicks leading by 13. Jack passes to Hardaway. Here's the teardrop. Good, and Jack gets the assist. Jack's got 3 assists now in this one. To the middle. Here's Hield. Makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
And Jack kicks to Hardaway. Picked by Lee. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Sacramento grabs the miss. Cauley Stein's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Hield with the bucket.
Whoa, sizzling from the field this half, and that's after a shaky start.
New York's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Now here's Cantor. There's a screen by Cantor. Hardaway from outside. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Cauley Stein's got his 16th rebound on the night. And here is Fox. Dishes to Hield. The tray. It's rebounded by New York. Cantor's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Over in the corner, Lee. No good on the 3.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Offensive rebound.
Unbelievable. He blew that. Look, guys, no clue what went wrong there.
The Knicks leading by 11. Fox with the steal.
That's only the first turnover, guys. He's been safe as an option for them at the offensive end.
And you have to have respect for his speed in transition. Fox is a high-octane player who explodes in the open floor.
One shot.
Free throw good, Fox. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they've played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Hit by Lee to the inside. Here's O'Quinn, and so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. It's going to go on Scalabissiere. And that one falls for O'Quinn.
What we have watched these first few seasons of his career is a steady improvement at the line for O'Quinn. He is showing he can knock them down consistently.
The Kings trail by 10. Fox dishes to Labissiere. And Carter has it in the corner. Drills it from outside. Carter's got 5 points now this quarter.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Jack passes to Hardaway. Stolen by Carter. Fast break, here they come. But on that shot, with that, the Knick lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Heel.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
Picked by O'Quinn. Here's Jack. New York, no good that time either. Sacramento's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Fox kicks to Carter. To the paint. Labissiere. And Labissiere throws it down.
I love how calm Labissiere remains in such an important situation. Just amazing at burying that high percentage shot.
Outside Jack. Floats one. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got his 18th rebound here tonight. All over the place. Scooped up. Healed with the bucket.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Well, you better be more physical on the glass because they wanted that rebound more than them, plain and simple.
There's a screen by Canner. And Jack kicks to Hardaway. Good, and Jack gets the assist. Jack's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And here are the Kings now. They're on a 20-7 run. Cauley-Stein a screen. Fox kicks to Heel. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by New York. They led by as many as 18 points. We've got 1:23 left here in the fourth quarter. There's a screen by Canner, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
Yeah, just a matter of he needs to be there a split second earlier. Not much room for error when you're setting a screen.
And the Kings making a change here. Randolph is checked in. Here's Fox, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Fox has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And the quickness Fox has, boy, it's impressive. Just coasting to the cup with ease.
Here's Jack. Lee outside. 6 to shoot. It's stolen by Heel. And now the Kings fast break. Here's Randolph. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
And this atmosphere is bananas.
No doubt. You love seeing him knock down the clutch basket.
New York calls timeout. The score knotted at 103. There's 47 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And now the presentation of our Jordan player of the game, Willie Cauley-Stein.
Well, he's got his field goal percentage in the high 50s. And that says a lot about how well he's been able to kind of exploit the gaps in the defense. His motion, his ability to find open spots on the floor, you can definitely see the difference.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Jeff Hornacek said to his team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Now Fox. He dishes it to Cauley-Stein. And Randolph now top of the key. That one off the back iron and out.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's not how you capitalize on the offensive end. You simply have to be more patient.
Fox against Jack. Just 5 on the clock. Outside Hardaway. Can't knock in the 3. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And what great competition we're seeing so far. After regulation, the stalemate. And we'll see now how these two teams and the...
All right, ready to go? Ready to go?
It'll be the Knicks off the tip. And no shortage of excitement here, and we're officially underway in overtime in this game. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. And New York, looking at who they've got. We've got Lee. Enes Kanter is out there with Kyle O'Quinn. Then it's Jarrett Jack. And it's Hardaway in at the small forward.
And you have to admire his focus. Not a good matchup for him in terms of size differential.
No, but that play is about his will, right? He won't back down from the big man. He's going to take it right to him.
Here's Kanter. And there's the 3-second violation.
You know, you've got to be composed mentally right now at this time of the game. It's really careless play right there.
Skal Labissière's checked in for Sacramento. Fox with it. Pass to Labissière. They set the pick. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul goes against New York.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. Hits them both. Knicks trail by 4. Outside Jack. Lee sets a screen for Jack. Takes a 3. And Lee with the basket on the assist from Jack.
Well, this is the classic 3-and-D guy, right? Lee just taking care of his role.
Fox dishes to Cauley-Stein. Carter, the pass to Labissière. Out to Carter. The wide open look here for Fox. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. And they're running. A pull-up. And stolen by Cauley-Stein. Healed with it. Now Jack defending.
And the D can't stop Labissière. When he has the ball there, fouling him is sometimes the only option.
Two shots.
No good on that one.
Well, free throw shooting is a constant cause of concern for them, and today that concern has been front and center.
He hits the second from the line.
And really, if not for the miss, they'd be sitting in a much better position.
Picked by Lee. And Jack kicks to Lee. Now the feed to O'Quinn. Over Labissiere. O'Quinn can't hit. The Kings leading. Pass to Hield. Excellent D from Cancer. The Knicks have gone 1 of 3 from the floor since the start of overtime. Here's Hardaway, and a great assist by Jack as that one goes in. Hardaway's got 19 points.
I'll tell you, coaches love those high percentage looks in the paint.
Fox dishes to Hield. Out left to the wing. Fox kicks to Cauley-Stein, and Cauley-Stein throws it down. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 21 rebounds.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Yeah, with the score this tight, someone has to come over and take the charge, or at least contest the shot. Boy, that's just the kind of tight defense you need to play on him. Any kind of room at all, and he'll bury it.
Stolen by Kansas. And pushing it up. Here's New York. Hardaway with it. And it's Carter picking him up. And Labissiere sends it back.
You have to be cautious when Labissiere is in the area. Those shot blocking skills are superb.
I don't think the pass could be better placed. That's a great assist.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
There's a screen by Cantor. Outside Hardaway. And the Knicks miss again. Kings leading now by 4. Hield, the pass to Labissiere. Lee with the steal. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession.
Wow, what a time for a turnover. Shows you just how key one play can be.
For Sacramento, they've gone 3 for 5 for their shot since we got started here in overtime. They kick out to Jack. A three-pointer, no good. And for the Kings, they're shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Now, here's Fox. On the wing, Hield. Bullseye! Hield's got 29. Knicks trail by 6.
And definitely playing the opponent, but also they're playing against the clock.
No, you're absolutely right. It's not impossible to catch up, but it is a tall order right now.
Screen by Lee. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Hardaway. And it's Fox with the rebound.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
Well, you can see he's sputtering a bit, but he's trying to get going. I do like that he's continuing to be aggressive.
And the foul on Jarrett Jack. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Jarrett Jack. Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Ntilikina, he's checked in for the Knicks. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're behind by 8. There's 39 seconds left in the first overtime. There's a screen by Cantor. Lee gets the bucket. And Enes Kanter picks up a foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. The Knicks making a switch here. Beasley's checked in. And he ends up missing both free throws. This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
Fires from deep. Sacramento grabs the miss.
Boy, for a capable three-point shooter, that's one he expects to make.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And no good is the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
Carter, just a freak of nature, one of the best dunkers the game has ever seen, a top-tier shooting guard who just embraces the spotlight.
New York calls timeout. They trail by 7. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first overtime. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Lee. Cauley Stein grabs the board.
And they've been a different team here in overtime. They just seem to have lost their energy.
Over Hardaway. And off the front iron, and in it goes. And the Kings lead by 9.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
At this point, they're completely overwhelming them. The opposition looks totally defeated.
So the Kings win it. They escape with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. I mean, both teams, I felt like, gave it their all. But when it came to OT, it was just all about sheer determination on their part.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Zach Randolph. Tebow, what was the biggest difference tonight?
We just came out. We was more physical this game. We came out with being aggressive, and that's what we had to do. We got stops and being aggressive, and everybody contributed tonight. It was a team win.
Well, physical is who you guys are, Zach. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.